Hello everyone. Welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to begin a very interesting topic, that is phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are very important for anyone, whether he wants to communicate in English, whether he wants to qualify any exam. So these words are very important for any competitive exam. This is part 1 which we are going to read in this session. Phrasal verbs refers to fundamental component of English language. They consist of a verb combined with one or more particles, typically prepositions or adverbs. It means the structure of phrasal verbs will be like we have a verb and after this we have either a preposition or an adverb. For example, we have a preposition to, or we have a preposition from, or we have a preposition up, or we can have an adverb to. So these are the structures of a phrasal verb. For example, if I write get and up, so this is a phrasal verb, get up. Now, how does it differ with actual the use of verb and preposition together? Let us see. These combinations often create unique meanings that can be quite different from the individual word themselves. It means the word or the meaning of the verb which is given to us will be different in the combination of a phrasal verb. For example, this get up is a phrasal verb. Now, this is very basic example. If I ask you that what is the meaning of get, obviously it means to get something, to receive something, to achieve something. Up means when up is a preposition that refers to something that is above something, or when something is climbing towards upside or towards the above side, there we use the preposition up. So these are two different words, but when we combine these two words together, that is get up, it will become a phrasal verb which means to wake up or to stand up from something. So get up means to wake up. So the meaning of this particular phrase will be totally different to the actual meaning of these individual words. So this is the use of phrasal verb, or these are the uses of phrasal verb. One more thing, if I write a word that is put down. Now, if I ask you that what is the meaning of put down, of course you will say that if we put something down, it means put down. No, but that is not the meaning of put down. If we read these two words breaking, that is put and down. So down is a preposition, refers to something which is on the lower side, and put to keep something. This is a verb. So the meanings of these two words are different, but if we read this in a phrasal verb, it means to write down something. So the meaning of the phrasal verb differs from the actual meaning of these words individually. So it means to write down something. So this is phrasal verb. Phrasal verbs are used extensively in both casual and formal English, making them an essential aspect of everyday communication. Nowadays, many people use phrasal verbs in their communication that obviously make their speaking well defined and beautiful. Understanding and using phrasal verbs correctly can greatly enhance your English language skills and allow you to express ideas more precisely and naturally. So, your speaking will be beautiful and fluent, and these phrasal verbs helps you out in enhancing your communication skills. Now let us read some phrasal verbs over here. In this session, we are going to discuss some phrasal verbs, their uses, their meaning, and the usage in the sentence. So let us read the first phrasal verb, that is run down. Now, if I see these two words, run means to walk or to flee, but down means a position which is downwards or something which is on the floor side or lower side. But when we read this as a phrasal verb, it means to criticize someone. It means to make someone or to make someone feel that he is low or inferior. So to criticize someone is the meaning of run down. Now let us see the sentence or the usage of this phrasal verb. Amar ran down their management in the wedding. It means he criticized the management in the wedding. So criticized, run down refers to criticize. Now let us move to the next phrasal verb. Run into. Now run into. Here a person is not running into something. In fact, the running into means come across or meet by chance. When we meet someone unexpectedly or by chance, it means run into. For example, I ran into one of my colleagues from old office in the mall last night. It means I met one of my colleagues from old office in the mall last night. So I came across him, or we can say that I met him unexpectedly. This was unexpected. Now let us move to the next one. Call around. It means to call several people to find something. Now, whenever we are in search of something or someone and we call around to our relatives, we call up to many people to ask for that particular thing or people or person. So that is known as call around. For example, Ravi's mother called around to relatives to ask for him because he did not return home on time. So, because he did not return on time, he didn't come on time. Therefore, Ravi's mother called around. It means called up to every relative of her. Now, let us move to the next one. Call up. Obviously, to make a phone call is known as call up. For example, Neha has a big list to call up in the morning. It means she is going to call everyone on phone or to make calls to the big list that she has. It means there are many people whom she has to call or she has to make call. Now let us move to the next one. That is call off. Call off means to cancel something. When we suspend, abandon or cancel something, it is known as call off. For example, we called off the dinner party after we got the news of his demise. So that was the sad news. That is why we called off. It means cancelled the dinner party. Obviously, it was required. Now let us move to the next one. Clean up. Now clean up. Here, the word which we see clean means to make something clean. But here clean up refers to earn a lot of money. So to earn a lot of money is the meaning of clean up. Now let us see the example. Raj cleaned up on the stock market. It means he earned a lot from the stock market. So this is the meaning of clean up. Now let us move to the next one. Come down on. So the meaning of this phrase or this phrasal verb is meaning to take serious action against. So when someone takes a serious action against is known as come down on. Come down on is a phrasal verb, and phrasal verbs actually work like idioms and phrases. So the example or the usage of this phrasal verb in a sentence: the police have come down on people who drink and drive. So come down on means they took serious action against the people who drink and drive. Now let us move to the next one. Come down with. Now this is come down on. The next phrase is come down with. So only merely changing the preposition also changes the meaning of that particular phrasal verb. So the meaning of come down with is to start to suffer from an illness. For example, after playing in rain, Arnie came down with a nasty cold. So she suffered nasty cold, or she started to suffer the nasty cold. Now let us move to the next one. That is come up with. Now only the preposition changed. Down has been changed with up. Now let us see the meaning of this phrasal verb. The meaning of this phrasal verb is to suggest or think of an idea or plan. For example, she has come up with some amazing scheme that will help us earn in this festive season. Now, to learn these phrasal verbs, we should have something in our mind that with the help of this word, we can analyze, we can make this word fit in our mind. How? Let us see these three words together now. Now, come down on. So this is on refers to when we stress something on something. So on is to take action on someone. Now when we suffer with some illness. So with refers to Come down, down means low, it means something is negative over there. Again, you're down is something is negative over there. So on and with, we can read the examples and we can learn these for a long time, and we can make this fit in our mind with the help of these on, with, down. That down refers to something that is negative. Now up refers to something which is positive, because up is going upside. Okay, now this word with word is that there is something in our mind. With means that something is added or included, obviously to suggest or think an idea or plan. It means the sum of idea must have come in our mind, so it is with our mind. So with this word we can keep this phrasal verb learn and fit in our mind, that she has come up with some amazing scheme that will help us earn in this festive season. Now let us move to the next one. Fall apart. Fall apart, apart means separated. So fall apart means to break into pieces. Obviously, fall means fall refers to some word which is negative. So to break into pieces. The old almirah has fallen apart, but my mother is not ready to throw it. So almirah has been broken completely, but my mother is not ready to throw it. Now let us move to the next one. Get across. So when we get across means to manage to make someone understand. So if we get across someone, it means we are trying to make him understand something. For example, they tried to get our point across, but the boss would not listen to them. So they were just trying to get our point across. It means they were just managing to make something or someone understand something, to present our points before someone, but he's not ready to listen. Now let us move to the next one. Get ahead. Obviously, ahead means beyond something. So get ahead means to progress or and be successful in something. For example, you have to take risks and give time if you want to get ahead. Obviously, if you want to succeed, you should give time and you should take risks or bear risks. Now let us move to the next one. Pull up. Now pull up means to stop suddenly. Ria pulled up writing as soon as the bell rang. So as soon as the bell rang, Ria stopped writing. So pulled up means to stopped. So pulled up means to stop suddenly. So you can also use these phrasal verbs in your daily speech so that you can remember them for a long time. Now let us move to the next one. Pull out. Pull out means to withdraw or cancel, to step back. That is means pull out. For example, Chani pulled out of the deal at the last moment. So pulled out means cancelled the deal or withdraw the deal. Now let us move to the next one. Next is put on. Put on meaning to wear something or to pretend to be something else. So he put on the mask over his face before entering the auditorium. It means he wore the mask. We also use put on to pretend. Now we can have many sentences with put on, like put on a blazer over your shirt. So put on means to wear something. Or he put on as a milkman. So put on, it means he pretended to be the milkman. Now let us move to the next one. Next phrasal verb is put down. Now put down refers to write down something. I have already explained this phrasal verb to you in the beginning of the session. So the meaning is to write down something. For example, the shopkeeper put down the price of every commodity he received that day. It means whichever commodity he received that day, he put down or note down the prices of that commodity. Now, one more thing, we also use jot down as a phrasal verb, and its meaning is also same, that is to write down something. And one more phrasal verb that we use is note down. So all these can be the synonym phrasal verb of one another. Put down, jot down and note down. So the meaning of all these phrasal verbs is to write down something. Now let us move to the next one. Put off. Now put off. Off is a negative word. When we switch off something, it means when we close something. So put off means to close, to postpone. So put off means to postpone something. When we postpone something, that is postpone, put off. For example, the meeting had to be put off because the chairman did not come. Now we have already read a phrasal verb that is called off. Now called off, C for called, C for cancelled. So when we cancel something, it is known as called off. And when we postpone something, it is known as put off. Now P for put off and P for postpone. So with the help of these letters, you can remember the difference between call off and put off. Now let us move to the next one. Put up with. Now, put up with means to tolerate something. Rashi had put up with his rude and disgusted behavior for many years. So this can be the example and usage of this particular phrasal verb in the sentence. Now let us move to the next one. That is rule out. Rule out means to eliminate something. For example, the police have not ruled out him from the list of suspects yet. It means he is still included in the list of suspects. Now let us move to the next one. Backup. Now, backup is used in various sections. For example, if we use it for a person, like for somebody, it means if we are backing up some person or somebody, it means we are supporting that particular person. For example, my husband begged me up over my decision to quit my job. It means as I wanted to quit my job, my husband supported me. So this is the meaning of backup for a person. But if we use backup for something, it depicts two meanings. First meaning is to prove that something is true. So this is also backup. And another is to move backwards, especially a vehicle. When a vehicle moves backwards, we use backup for that. Also, you must have heard this word in computers. So when we retrieve the data, it is known as backup. Or when we keep some data to support the files, so that is also known as backup. So the example of both the meanings of the sentence or the phrasal verb are, first we'll read for the meaning to prove that something is true. So his theory was backed up by evidence. It means his theory was proved by some evidence or proofs. So to prove that something is true, that means his theory was true according to the evidences. His theory was true according to the evidence. Now, another sentence of backup for the meaning to move backwards. You will have to back up your car so that I can get out. So, back up your car refers to when some vehicle is pulled backwards or moved backwards. So, these are the uses of backup in a sentence. Now, let us move to the next phrasal verb. That is ask after. The meaning of this phrasal verb is ask about the welfare, about someone, inquire after. It means when we ask about someone's health or ask about somebody, that is known as ask after. For example, she asked after my mother when I met her in the party. So she asked about the health of my mother. Now let us move to the next one. Ask for. Now ask for refers to request for. When we request for something, for example, he asked for a glass of water. It means he requested for a glass of water. Now let us move to the next one. Back out. So to go back on, withdraw from promise means back out. For example, they agreed to help but backed out at the last moment. So backed out means withdraw or cancelled or stepped back from the promise. This is just like pull out. Now let us move to the next one. Bear away. Bear away means to win something. When there is a victory, it is known as bear away. For example, Ernie bore away the first prize in the dance competition. So in the dance competition, she won. So bear away refers to win. Now let us move to the next one. Bear on or bear upon. It means relevant to or relate to. For example, this explanation does not bear on the question that has been asked. It means the explanation which is given to us for the answer of the question that has been asked is not suitable. So this we can say that this is not the answer of this question that has been asked. So this bear on means related to or relevant to. It means it is not relevant to the topic which has been asked. Now let us move to the next phrasal verb. That is bear out. Now the meaning of this phrasal verb is to support or confirm something. I'm sure that the members of our society will bear out my idea. Bear out my idea means to support my idea. So bear out is used to support. Now here we have bear away, that is to win. Bear on or upon, that is relevant to or relate to. And bear out means to support. Now next is blow out. Now we blow out the candles. It means to extinguish. For example, Jiansh was so eager to cut his birthday cake that he didn't blow out the candles and cut his cake. He was very eager. He just cut down the cake and he didn't see the candles and he forgot to blow out them. It means to extinguish them. Now let us move to the next one. Blow over. Blow over means end without a serious consequence or effect. For example, don't worry, the crisis will blow over. So this is the usage of phrasal verb blow over. So I have put all the words together which are starting with the same verb. Now here we have break up. So you must have heard this word many times. This meanings. The meaning of this phrasal verb is terminate or to stop something. For example, the school will break up next week for summer vacation. It means the school will be closed or will remain closed for some time for summer vacation. Now let us move to the next one. That is bring up. Bring up means to rear something, to educate something. For the upbringing we use. It is very important to be careful and aware to bring up children nowadays. It means to do the upbringing of a child, to raise the child. It means to raise. Now let us move to the next one. That is call upon. Call upon means to appeal, exhort. For example, Ashish was called upon to get information about the pauses he took while recording. So called upon, it means he was invited or appealed. For example, cricketers too. They called upon. They call upon. Now let us move to the next one. Carry on. Carry on means to continue. You must have used this phrasal verb many times in your sentences. Now it is difficult to carry on this business in the teeth of stiff competition. So it is very difficult to carry on, or it means to continue the business in this competition, a large competition. Now let us move to the next phrasal verb. There is carry out. Carry out means to implement, obey, or execute. For example, it is not likely that your father will carry out the threat of disinheriting you. So this is the meaning of carry out. Now let us move to the next one. That is cast down. That means dejected or downcast. Nowadays, he is cast down as a result of his failure in the examinations. So cast down means dejected, depressed, or sad. So cast down refers to sad. Now let us move to the next one. Cast off. That it means to release something, to remove something. For example, organization must cast off old-fashioned practices in order to survive. So this is the meaning of cast off. Now let us move to the next one. That is come about. Come about means to happen or to start to happen. He asked me how the problem came about in the beginning. It means where did it start from. Now let us move to the next one. That is come by. Come by means to get something. How have you come by such a precious diamond? So this is an interrogative sentence. Somebody is asking to someone else that how have you come by such a precious diamond? It means how did you receive it? Now let us move to the next phrasal verb, that is come off. Come off means to belong to. Belong to somewhere. Arjun comes off a family of freedom fighters. So this is the meaning of comes off. Now let us move to the next one. Come around. Come around means agree, recover from illness. She has come round from a serious illness after a year. So this can be the usage of come round in a sentence. Now let us move to the next one. Cope with. Cope with means to manage something. They coped with all their problems cheerfully. So this is the meaning of cope with. Now let us move to the next one. Let us cut down. Cut down means to reduce something, to curtail something. So cut down, obviously, to cut something. So since you are out of job these days, you must cut down your expenditure. It means you must reduce your expenditure so that you can face the time of crisis. Now let us move to the next one. Cut out for. Cut out for means suitable. Yadita is cut out for this job. It means she's suitable for this job. So this is a very important phrasal verb, that is cut out for. It means suitable. For example, if I say that this sentence is not cut out for this phrasal verb, it means this sentence is not suitable for this phrasal verb. Though this is suitable, obviously this is cut out for this phrasal verb. Now let us move to the next one. Die out. Die out means become out of use or existence. Obviously, when someone dies, he is no longer in use or in existence. He thought that the custom had died out a long time ago, but it is still in use, or it is still prevailing. Now let us move to the next one. Do away with. Do away with means to eradicate. So we should do away with social evils. It means we should eradicate social evils. So this is again a very important phrasal verb. We can use these phrasal verbs in our daily speech so that we can remember them for a long time. Now let us move to the last phrasal verb of today's session, that is fall back. Fall back means to retreat. For example, the rioters fell back when the police arrived. Now, rioters refers to the person who begins the riots or the war or the fights. So these were some phrasal verbs that we have read, learnt the meaning of these phrasal verbs, and we also saw the usage of these particular phrasal verbs in our sentences. I hope you understood them all, and now you will try to learn them as much as possible. Thank you very much.